Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's that time of the week again, or day, whatever you want to say, because I do it kinda when I can and when I want. It's time for reviews. So we're here with Bakholm. I was wondering, his question was, I was wondering if you could check out my account. Which monsters to focus on and which should I leave alone? So he's 27, he's pretty new to the game still, and he's uh, wondering which monsters he should focus on and which not. I can tell you they already have good monsters, so that's one definitely a plus. So let's go over them. Elusha is not really a great monster. I mean, for the beginning she's okay, but I would not spend any more time on her. Leave her as she is. I'm not gonna talk too much about runes right now, because that would just then I would just answer to your like that's not what this review is about right now. But I'll say it real quick. The 2, 4 and 6 slots are percentage based runes. Try to get a 3-star rune on them, because that is a lot more HP. Like this is 10% because you gain 1% each time you upgrade it. If you have a 3-star rune, every time you upgrade it, it gets 2 or 3%. No, I think 2%, right? 2% more. So that would actually already double. So if this would be a 3-star, that would double the HP. So that's really good. And this should be an HP percentage rune. Also, do not, well, this rune is okay that you upgraded it because it's a 5-star, but do not upgrade these runes more than +9. Otherwise it's just a waste of money. Okay, Elusha is not really a great monster, so don't focus on her anymore. Like, it's good how she is now, but don't focus on her. Ellen is pretty decent. I think she's not the best monster you have right now, but she's definitely usable and she's definitely not a throwaway. Again, 2, 4 and 6 get that percentage based runes, and like it's really a waste to +9 this 2-star rune and it's +11 this rune. It's just a waste. Don't do that. It's really a waste. It costs you a lot of mana and you actually don't gain much from it. What you do need to get, I'll tell that after, like I'll tell it right now, not after. No, I'll stick here. Go to Garon Forest, Hell mode. I think you can clear hard mode and then go to hell mode. It's really easy. I think you should be able to do it. And start farming the 2, 4, 4 and 6 stages, because there you can get some 3 or 4-star runes that's percentage based and start using those. It doesn't matter that it's energy, you just want to have attack percent runes on these slots. And again, you upgrade the wrong runes. It's costing you so much and you don't gain much from it at all. This unit is terrible. You shouldn't focus on him. This unit is amazing. This is definitely one of your main focuses among with another unit. But this unit is like, this one is you have to focus on. Really good. You have a weird setup, but at least you got the good runes on her. Like, I'm not saying that, like, I think you bought a package for runes, so it's not bad, but I suggest if you buy those packages, buy violent packages, because that will just be so much stronger than anything else. So if you are buying those premium packages, which you can select the rune, buy violent if you want that. This time you had a good choice with the attack percent runes, except for this one. You need to make this a 3-star rune, because that would double the attack already. I don't really go into too much of the what rune setup you should use, because basically you just want to have the correct stats right now, so I'm not going into that. So Sylph, one of your main focus. Fire Inferno and Water Inferno, not really good monsters. I wouldn't focus on them. They're usable, but they're not. I would just not do anything with them. Seek is pretty good. I would keep him, definitely. I just quickly checking if you have another unit that can buff, that could buff. No, okay. Then Seek is your best unit that can buff you. He has Begin Down and increased attack power and crit rate, which means your units are gonna attack a lot harder. I would rune him up with Swift Blade or something, or just Fatal Blade. And again, like this is such a waste of money. 19% attack. If you have a 3-star rune, that will already be 24% at level 9. So this is really something you have to be careful of. Can't say it enough. But yourself plus your Hellhound, your Sieg, 2 units you should focus on. Your Fire Dead Knight is also definitely a main focus of your team. You actually got him with full energy, that's pretty good. Good runes as well. This one should be replaced to a 3-star at least HP percent rune. I see this rune pretty nice. This rune, well, this is a 3-star rune, so I won't say this is wrong. So that's actually not that bad. As long as they're 3 stars, you can max level them. But even on 3 stars, I wouldn't max level them. But that's possible. Like this rune, just plus 12 it and leave it alone for now. Because it kind of costs you so much money. Well, you need all your mana stones for a lot of other things. And we got Rogue. Ooh, you missed 1 rune. Okay, I'm gonna say get a Violent rune here. Then he's gonna be a lot better. And try to get attack percent runes on these 2 slots. I think this rune for now can be okay, but this rune should definitely be an attack percent rune at some point. Or this rune. I understand what you're doing. Again, do not do this, man. Why would you upgrade his health to plus 15? Like, I have barely any runes like this, and I'm level 40. The main runes are the percentage based runes, like this rune and this rune. Those are runes that you should upgrade, and those substat runes like these, just to plus 6 them, that's good. Then you see what substats they give. Sorry, what substats they give, if they're good or not. Rogue is definitely a good unit, so I would keep him. Definitely focus a unit that you can use and make a 5-star at some point. The Light Elemental, I don't know what his skills are. You got him upgraded although that's pretty sick. Okay, I think you should use this guy. I mean, it's a good attack unit, and you got him fully skilled up, which means he's gonna do a lot of damage. If he gets critical hits, he will get a continuous damage dot. So I suggest you use the blade set and then put a crit rate percent rune on this, and then so what should we do? Blade fatal seems okay, and I would say just go speed, crit, and then attack. That's something I would do. Again, I won't go too much in the runes because that's not your question. Also, the wind cobble bombard is pretty decent. For you, it's actually not a bad unit to add. I doubt the light drunken master can give you that much of an advantage over anything, so I wouldn't focus on that. Okay, so really, I got one more unit that I would say you should. I would get your Epcom priest, wind one up to 4 stars and awaken and all that stuff, because he's really good. And I think your Rakaya could also help you out as being a healer. But let's show me. I'll show you 6 units I think you should focus on. The Water Sylph, which is really insane. It's a really good unit. The Hellhound, Fire Hellhound. The Fire Dead Knight. The Light Elemental. The Wind Epcom Priest. And last but not least, you could take, I think Rogue will benefit you the most. You could take either Rogue or the Cobalt Bomber. And so that's like the main team that I would use, like 5 units I think. So Sylph, Dead Knight, Light Elemental, Sieg, and Epicom Priest, the wind one. And then I would also put some effort and time into Rogue and the Wind Cobalt Bomber and the Wind Jetty. The rest of your units are not good enough. I would definitely keep this unit because it's rare. Also, I would keep Ellen, the water Amazon, but for the rest, the units you could do whatever with them what you want, but I would not suggest you to use them. So one more time, Tyrone. So all these are the units that you should keep: Ellen, Tyrone, Zeke, Dead Knight, Rogue, Pricks, Krizzeh, Light Elemental, Wind Cobalt Bomber, Light Drunken Master because he's rare, and Wind Epicon Priest and Wind Yeti. Those are the units you should keep and whatever keep and focus on. Sorry. Okay, about the runes, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not gonna go to one unit or whatever. I'm just saying this in general. Make sure you do not upgrade runes higher than +9 right now. Reason being is you will have to spend a lot of mana on it, and 9 of the 10 times you're not having the rune that's worth it. What I suggest you to do is for every unit that needs whatever stats, go to Hell mode on the first stage, Garen Forest, start farming the stages 2, 4 and 6 and get those percentage based runes. So for example for Tyrone, I think Tyrone has already good runes, so let's say let's pick a unit that's bad. Let's say we go for Prigs. You can also farm Blade. I think you can do that on Hell as well, because that's the second stage or the third stage or something. It's not, maybe that's a bit too hard yet, but then do it on hard mode. That's also possible. But get a energy rune for 6 slot that is attack percent. Get an energy rune on a 2 slot that is speed, and get a, well, you could try to get a blade rune there, but I would just get an energy rune that's crit damage percent, and then get blade runes on 1 and 3 or 1 and 5 or 5 and 3, so you get those substats from the blades set. And it doesn't matter that energy is giving your it's only giving you HP percent or like HP percent set bonus. It's better than nothing, and those runes are just better than half of the runes you have. So let's example, we are going to use the Cobalt Bomber. He's an attack unit. His first skill does more damage with harmful effects. His second skill puts on a bomb, and his last skill does some skill reducement and just damage. So he's an attack unit. So we go to the Garen Force. We farm the 2, 4 and 6 slot. And we're gonna put on 2 we're gonna put attack percent, on 4 we're gonna put attack percent, and on 6 we're gonna put accuracy percent. So you just go to stage 2, farm that rune till you get an attack percent rune that's a 3-star or a 4-star, and then go to the stage 4, then get that rune that's a 3 or 4-star attack percent rune, then go to stage 6 and start farming a percentage based rune on accuracy until you get that. And do that for all your units. All the units that I said you should focus on. So Tyrone, Zeke, Fire Dead Knight, Rogue, Pricks, Cobalt Bomber, oh misclick, Cobalt Bomber, and Epicon Priest. Get all those runes, and it's all energy, but that's fine, because if you have the correct stats and the correct runes, then you upgrade them to all +9. All those percentage based runes, you're gonna upgrade them to +9. And I'm gonna tell you for 100% sure, you're gonna be having so much more, like you will be so much stronger than before if you do this. And this will help you out like a billion times more than doing anything else right now. So this is your review. I hope it helped. I think you got some good monsters, so keep it up and start working on some of those things I said. Okay, I'll be right back with the next review. Okay, I'm back. I'm at AaronSenpai. AaronSenpai. Ha-cha-cha. That's what I'm thinking about, senpai. Okay, if you have some time, could you please give me some advice? And he says it's an annoying question. Oh, I don't think it's annoying, to be honest. You said your question is what the 6-star. I don't think that's an annoying question. That's a very fair question. I have troubles with that. I sometimes ask that to my channel as well. He just reached level 40 and 6-starred my Tyrone. Don't know who to 6-star next. I don't have that good runes on my monster besides Fire Dead Knight and Darien. So Straight off the bat, he has some quality units, and he is not sure what to 6-star, right? That's correct. Okay, since I'm not gonna advise you on what I should do when it comes to team setups and all that, I am gonna think, what should I 6-star next? Okay, you have a lot of viable options, but I'm gonna check your runes, and actually I'm gonna pick the unit that I think is gonna be stronger than anyone else. You said Darian, and your Darian does have good runes, 17k. It is a hard question, that's for sure. I mean, I personally would choose either Darian or Arnold, because they have the best runes. Otherwise, the Phoenix would be a good candidate as well for the beginning. But if I would think about which unit will benefit you the most right now, I am really not that sure about it. Like Darian you can use everywhere, but also Arnold you can use everywhere. I mean, Arnold is not bad for a lot of things. And Darian isn't bad either. But I think for Arena, the Arnold will help you the most right now. And I think, like, yes, Darian is really good, and yes, Darian will help you out a lot in Arena as well. But Arnold can just rape someone, and his last skill will benefit so much from it. And with Darian, I mean, he has already pretty good runes, so you can still use him. He still does his job the same. He will just hit less hard. I would go for Arnold. And the reason for that is because he's pretty good in a lot of Hall of Magics. He's pretty good in Giants as well. Not Giants B10 so much, but Giants B9, for example, or B8. I think is B8 Wind. I think it is. There is he pretty damn good, and you could run him there, and you could probably kill the boss with not too much of a trouble with extortion, because Arnold is really strong there. If you just take some surviving units there, and yeah, I would go for Arnold, and after that Darian, and after that your Phoenix. The reason for Arnold and Darian is because they just have the best runes, so I would just make them the best unit. Making them 6-star will make them the best unit. Look, your Phoenix is not really, like, it's not like he's terrible, but it's not ruined like you would want him to ruin him. Like I personally would prefer Rage Blade, that he has a lot of damage, like really a lot. Then he would be a good 6-star unit, but now Arnold, definitely, hands down. Besides, he's gonna be useful for a lot of other things. And then Darian. Yeah. Okay, I hope this helps you, man. I go Arnold. Let me know what you think about it, because I know one thing: you need to get your Sky Dancer Chai Soon. You need to get her to 5-star and Awaken, because she's insane, freaking overpowered monster. I think you need to work on your Bernard as well, and Belladon, because those two units are pretty good to have as an addition for PvE, but also PvP, whatever. Like really for whatever. Belladon and Bernard are just really good. But yeah, make your Arnold your next 6-star. Okay, this was pretty short, but I don't really have anything more to say. Hope this helped you, and let me know. So I'll be right back with the next review. Okay, we're back with Krizzeh. I don't know how to pronounce that. Krizzeh, whatever. What's Z? It's a Z, right? I just said it in Dutch. Whoopsie. Okay, his question was, question 1, do I have monsters that could clear far into 2A dragons and giants? Basically, do I have good PvE monsters? Question 2, what monster would be the best for arena offense and defense that I currently have? So, in the short way of asking, you're asking me, do I have a good team composition in my well, wow, what the heck, you have a lot of monsters. You did some summoning, didn't you? You should have, so that's good. You got the light one as well. I really wonder how good this unit is, but The Koinonia is definitely a good unit to keep. You might want to use this later on. Shall I just give you what I think? Wait, did you have a Pioneer? Oh, it's a Water Taoist. What is he doing? I don't know how good he is. Should I just tell you what units are like good for where? Well, you have Arena offense, defense. Let me just check out what units are just really good for PvE. That Knight and the Chimera are both really good for PvE. The reason the Chimera is pretty good is because he has a attack power decrease and a stun, which is great for TOA. And he has a good leader skill for wind units, so that's great. Shannon is a damn good unit for PvE, one of the best, if I would say so. I would try to make him. Well, I wouldn't. No, I won't go into the runes right now because there's no point doing that, because that's something for later on. I wanted to say that I would try to get the spare, but that's not what I would do right now. Rakshasa, I'm not so sure for PvE. He could be good, but I'm not sure. I don't know. So let me see. We have the Dead Knight, the Wind Chimera, Shannon. We got Belladon, really amazing for PvP and PvE. Definitely try to max out his skills. Wind Epcom Priest could be pretty good in PvE. This unit actually is pretty decent as well for PvE and PvP. He actually is gonna receive a buff, so that makes it great. Amon, amazing unit there. Darian, also amazing unit for PvE and P, like for both sections. Coal Bomber seems to be pretty strong in Arena. Don't know about the Water Trailers, just don't know him. You got some quality units, man. The Water Gorilla is really good for PvE. Definitely something I would get up in your main monsters. So, if I would say for TOA Giants and Dragons, which units composition would pretty much work all around is probably gonna be Chimera, Shannon, Belladon, Amon, Chimera, Dead Knight is probably gonna be good in almost every situation. I'm not 100% sure about, like, you have the leader skill then from him. It's gonna help all units out, but it's still good. You could make an all win team even if you want to for Giants B10. It could be Chimera, Shannon, maybe the Rakshasa for the damage, and then you need some other units that you don't have right now, but you don't need them. Okay, you know what I would do if I were you? What I would focus on right now? I would just give you 6 units I would focus on. That's the Death Knight, the Chimera, Shannon, you already focused on her, so you don't really have to do much about that. Your Belladon, Amon, Darian, and that's it. I think that's the units I would focus on right now. So Dead Knight, Chimera, Shannon, Belladon, Amon, and Darian. If you get those units together, they could pretty much beat everything. I'm pretty 100% sure that if your composition of these units will do really well everywhere. So that's what I'm gonna tell you, that you should get these units, focus on them, get their skills up and all that stuff. For Arena, then it is really easy, because what you can do is you can put in the Dead Knight, the Belladon, and Darian, and your Chimera. Chimera will take the lead. I know it's the only one that has the leader skill here, so that's why I take him as lead. He just gets benefit from his own leader skill, but that's it. And then Chimera plus the Dead Knight plus Belladon and Darian, that's a good defense, because it's pretty damn hard to get through that. and this unit is going to be a pretty decent amount of health because of his leader skill. So that's what I would focus on, because it just is working really well, like everywhere. So I hope this is useful for you. And on your first question, do I have good monsters? Yes, you do. You have great monsters, and I think if you focus on those units I just said, that would be great. I think they can beat almost anything if they're ruined good enough and all that. And for defense, I just told you, offense is probably the same. Like offense, I would probably go with the same. You might want to take Shannon then, and you might want to use that. But you're gonna make a defensive offense team, that's for sure. Like Belladon could actually help you out with the speed, because he could maybe go first. Oh, first thing to note, make this HP runes, both of them. Belladon doesn't need, it's a defensive unit, he doesn't need attack, he's not an attack unit. So make him a supportive unit, so speed, HP percent, HP percent. Yeah. I'll check out the runes real quick on all the units. That's good. I'll take it. Think I'll take this as well. It's pretty good runes. Yeah, I'll take that. Belladon, you need to switch the attack percent runes to HP percent runes. Amon needs a lot more crit. But I'm guessing you're working on it. Darian, you're not ruined Darian yet, so I would rune him with all energy and HP percent. That I would just rune him the same as your Arnold, for your level at least. I mean, that would be fine enough. Like later on, you want to rune him violent energy or violent focus or violent revenge or something, but right now just all energy would be great. So that's your review, man. Nothing more to add. So you have some amazing units. If you focus on those units I told you, I'm 100% sure you will get far in this game, because that team is pretty much all around good everywhere. I'm not saying that team will beat everything right away, but I mean, if you would really focus on all those units and get them like really good, they can do anything. I'm pretty sure about that. So this is your review, and I'll be right back with the next. Okay, we're back at slyalex. I did a review on him, and he had another question, so I'll read it out loud. Hey Blackie, how are you? Well, I'm good. Thanks for asking. You did a review on me, and I'm so grateful to you. I'm trying to get these changes that you told to me, and I think I'm in a good way. I would like you to tell me if it's good to get the Windwalk from Fusion. I have the monsters, but I don't know. And also I kind of fail on Giants B10 Auto. I don't know who to use as my dot monster, like continuous damage. Okay, can you please help me? You are on my, yeah, okay. The rest was that he already had on the list. The reason why you cannot beat Giants B10, what would be the reason? Well, let me just quickly check. Yeah, you don't have a dot damage dealer, right? That might be the problem. You could get one if you want to. This unit is actually capable of doing it, but it's really squishy, so I mean, it feels wrong, right? You have all these good monsters and you can't get him done, and then I have to tell you have to get freaking Wind Viking. You could maybe use the Wind Rakshasa. I mean, she should be more reliable. If you have high crit on her, this is a reliable source of damage. If you can get her crit up to 100%, this thing will give you some good dots. So I actually suggest you using her as your dot damage unit. She's not a bad unit overall for PvE, so definitely something you could work towards. You're doing a great way by looking at what you already done. Not even whoa, what the heck, this unit is super high on health. Not even having that much insane runes. Nice. I need to 6-star my Shannon at some point, but I'm lazy. I think you should use your Wind Rakshasa as your dot damage dealer. Get her health up pretty high, get her a crit up to 100%, close to 100. The reason, you get 15% crit when she's awakened, so it's not even that hard to get a crit up. I think if you 15%, so 67, 76, you will get like, you're almost there, man. Like if you would ruin this, give this unit one more blade set and get this to plus 15, you're already there. If you don't even care about the substats, that is. I would actually, like if she's a 5-star and awakened, I don't know how good her health pool is, but if not, I would actually make the 6-slot HP percent and the 2-slot speed. If her health is great enough, you could make the 6-slot attack percent. Yeah, or yeah. But that's a bit up to you. Like you could, if you could, I personally would do a Swift Blade now for her, and then get crit damage on the substats, and then speed on 2 and HP percent on 6, because then she's pretty healthy and she has a high crit, so she probably gets a lot of continuous damage dots. Plus she also does better damage with speed, because the damage increased according to attack speed. So that's, yeah, definitely a good unit. I would do that. Swift Blade, get 100% crit, she will be great. Did you have other question? Oh yeah, the Windfall area. Don't get it. You know why? It's a waste of your effort right now. You have so many good units right here that you still have to work on. For example, your Tyron is not finished because he's finished maybe on whatever, like runes, you ruined him up and all that, but he's not finished as being a 6-star or whatever. Mikey is a good unit, still not finished. I think Mikey is the fusion material, so that's my bad. But I think I wouldn't even fuse Mikey away, because she's just better than the... She's more useful, for real, than a Windfog. No joke. Because she has a revive skill, and if you can get those 40% is pretty good. If you get her skills up and you get violent wounds on her, she's a beast. Chloe, still a very useful unit that's not done. Beretta, also a unit I wouldn't fuse away. And we got some, like Konamiya, still a unit you could work on. For example, the Wind Rakshasa. You have Darien and Belladon, and you have the Light Living Armor, which actually is pretty good. Definitely, I'm gonna say no to the Windfall. It's just not worth your time and effort. It's just, like you can do it later when you have all your units leveled up. I mean, I see so many potential good units that you could get, like these 3, and this for the giants. Then the Fire Parrot is actually pretty good. Lure, Konamiya, all great monsters. Then you have some high end. Like I wouldn't even fuse her away. I might get myself this one at some point instead of anything else, but I personally want the water phoenix at some point, but I'm not focusing on it at all. I'm just hoping to get those summons, and if I get them I might fuse them, but if I don't, then I don't really care. Yeah, so this is your review. Hope it helped. Get your Rakshasa up, she will definitely be able to do the job. I'm 100% sure about that. If the crit is high enough, she's really reliable. So that's something you should work towards if you want to get that done. And you're doing a great job, so you really don't really need more advice for anything. So this is your review, and I'm be right back with the next review. I'm back, and I'm not having another review because I have nobody that is on the list right now. I got these 3 guys on my request, but I don't think I don't have them on my list, so they're not asking for a review. I got Nolan Roni 17 that I still need to do a review on, that didn't send me a request yet, and I got Aja 90, if I'm correct, that I still need to do but didn't have a thing. So I will I will reply to you guys on YouTube asking you for adding me. I might have overlooked something, but I think I am correct. So this was the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!